From the Detroit Free Press, it's Thursday, March 18th. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Bush's has over 4,000 Michigan products, including the freshest fruit and vegetables, meat, seafood, and baked goods. Stop by one of Bush's 16 locations for the personal service you expect from your neighborhood grocer.
This is Phoebe Wall-Howard, an automotive reporter at the Detroit Free Press. Ford Motor Company CEO Jim Farley and Executive Chairman Bill Ford told workers on Wednesday that when they begin to return to Ford buildings in July, nothing will look or feel the same. The 118-year-old automaker is implementing a new work model called a hybrid model. It will allow employees to work off-site as much as they want and coordinate with their supervisors for approval. When they do come onto the properties in Dearborn and Detroit, that will require going online and reserving desks and phones and private space and public space. The rooms will be designed like living rooms and libraries, and frankly inspired by Silicon Valley workspace, which has been credited with a lot of creativity and collaboration. There's so much detail involving Michigan Central Station and the potential for up to 90 properties being sold. Go to freep.com for more detail.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. Bruce Westlake and his wife decided a few years ago to switch to electric cars. Electric, Westlake said he realized, was better for the environment than gas. He and his wife now have 2 Teslas, a Model 3 and a Model X, at their Saline home, and they're adding hookups to recharge with solar energy. Mark Seals made the switch from gas to electric last fall. He concluded that an electric vehicle would save him money, although he also quickly realized that the charging cord that came with the car wasn't quite enough and added a faster charger to his Farmington Hills garage. Only a tiny percentage of the cars on the road are electric, and no one knows how long it will take to get to the all-electric future some car makers, like General Motors, are betting on. But a shift is certainly to affect more than the auto industry. It will require electric car charging infrastructure nationwide and electric upgrades, especially in homes. As a selling point, GM has said it will pay to upgrade home charging for certain customers, and Ford, Volkswagen, and Volvo are also in development of electric vehicles globally. Utilities, as you might expect, also have begun offering incentives for home upgrades and public charging stations, and they also have begun monitoring car purchases and use and how it will affect power generation. And as more car buyers like Seals upgrade the electricity in their home, real estate agents say car charging infrastructure could become a feature that car buyers seek out, or at least pay more attention to, as they both buy and sell homes.
Reporting for the Detroit Free Press, I'm Miriam Marini. Detroit's Penobscot Building was evacuated Wednesday after problems with the building's boiler filled it with smoke. Firefighters were dispatched to the building at about 9:30 in the morning and found no injuries to any workers in the building. Officials with the fire department say there was no damage to the building and are still assessing what damage was done to the boiler. The building will remain vacated until the boiler has been deemed functional and safe. Built in 1928, the Penobscot was once the pride of Detroit as its tallest building. But in recent years, the skyscraper has been racking up blight violations and is a source of concern. From across the street Wednesday morning, Stephen Lovell stood with a cluster of his coworkers. He said the incident was the last straw for his firm. In his 5 years working in the building, he says all of his employees and fellow partners have been stuck in the elevators. This includes his office manager and bookkeeper who were trapped in an elevator Wednesday morning. Tenants say the building's elevators regularly break down, they experience water shutoffs, electrical outages, and other problems. Last year, the city issued 177 blight violation tickets to the owners of the Penobscot Triple properties. The city said the owner has addressed some of the issues inspectors found, but not all of them. Meanwhile, Lovell said the building is beautiful, but just rotten on the inside. He and his fellow partner, Ali Chirara, will begin searching for new office space and will not return to the Penobscot. For more issues plaguing the iconic building, visit thefreep.com.
I am Andrew Hammond with the Free Press Sports Department. After having the tournament called off a year ago, the madness is back as the NCAA tournament begins with all games located in or near Indianapolis. The 11-seeded Michigan State Spartans take on UCLA as a part of the first 4 play-in games. The setting for this affair will be Purdue's Mackey Arena. Fans will have to stay up pretty late for this one. Tip time is scheduled for 9:57 p.m. on TBS. Before Michigan State tips off, there's another game of interest, but this time it's for the top-seeded Michigan Wolverines. They will face the winner of the 16-seed play-in game involving Texas Southern University and Mount St. Mary's. That game is scheduled for 5:10 p.m. on True TV. Although this tournament is much different from the others, Michigan knows that after not playing in last season's tournament due to COVID-19, they can't take this one for granted.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer.